thank you, Jane, for meeting me today and for agreeing to tell me about how you experienced the retreat and the happiness course.
So shall I start with the retreat?
Yeah.
Well, the retreat for me just came at the right point in time. I was hoping to go on the happiness course, but it didn't run on that occasion. And I just saw a link for the retreat, and I was just at a point in my life, having had a bereavement, where I thought I just need something. And I just saw the link and looked up, and I thought it just sounded a wonderful experience. So I just signed up for it, and it was a wonderful experience.
Okay, so what specifically what did you really liked about the retreat that you attended? It was a weekend retreat, so 2 days retreat.
Well, I think from the first moment I came up the drive, I didn't know Meanwood or the area. So I met Kamila, you straight away, putting your signs out. And you were so welcoming because I was quite early, because I'd expected the traffic to be busier, but it wasn't. And so you just made me feel so welcome straight away. So that was my first impression of you. And then obviously the venue itself was beautiful. The choice of a room and the privacy and the beauty of that was amazing. And then I just felt so at ease straight away, having a drink before the retreat, meeting people. And then the days were just so enlightening, just allowing you space. I'd gone with the impression for myself that I wanted time for me and to reconnect with me. And that's exactly what I got through the days, the exercises, the mindfulness, just very, very peaceful, relaxing. And I did feel very changed when I came away from it.
Mm-hmm. And what do you feel was the biggest change that you experienced through the retreat?
One was being in the room with people who got it, who all had different stories and were on different journeys, but we all seem to share something unique, and that's difficult to put a name to that, but it's just the people who attended were wonderful. You running it just seemed to get us, and what I notice about you is there's no judgment. There's no judgment whatsoever, and you're very open, you're very honest, you give people time to come to terms with things. So, you know, if people are going through a difficult time, they can't always express themselves straight away, but you allow that time. There's no rush. I don't know, you've got such a calmness about you. On a personal level, I really wanted to find myself and to let go of certain things that I felt were holding me back. And that's what it gave me. It gave me opportunity to do that.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for all your kind words and all the feedback. Was there anything that anything that you did differently after the retreat, or anything that, because you said you wanted to leave things behind, anything that has changed in your day-to-day life as a consequence of being at the retreat?
Well, I think I mentioned to you, I have a daily intention. So you taught us to light a candle and set an intention. So each morning I'm an early riser, so I always light my candle first. And I always say the words that you said when we set the intention, what you gave us. And then I like to do something. I am early riser, so for that first hour, I like to do something that inspires me. And I've incorporated meditation and mindfulness more into my life. I've got a daily practice, twice daily practice of meditation now. And depending on how I'm feeling, depends on whether that's just being quiet with myself, whether that's going out for a walk and being quiet and just appreciating things, or it might be just a simple mindfulness thing. It doesn't have to be a big thing. but that's what I've really taken away from it, and more about honoring myself and validating myself and not needing other people to validate me, which has been eye-opening.
Okay, thank you. And I assume that you would recommend it to other people, that you are happy with it, but I don't want to assume. So
Yeah, I think it's hard to explain. It's something you've got to experience yourself. And even though, you know, there might be a program around the 2 days, you get so much more from it, so much more. That's not really something you can explain to somebody. I do think it's a very, very personal thing. And when I came back, I was singing the praises of the course, and everybody wanted to know, oh, what was it? What did you do? And it is very hard to put into words, to say to somebody. You know, you can give them a brief outline of the days, but it's so much more. And so, yeah, I would recommend it. And especially if you're at a point in your life where you just need some time out to reflect and find something for yourself, I think that's definitely something that I would highly recommend. Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Jane. We just had I just ran another retreat, and people said similar things. So it's so nice to hear that it still resonates in you, with you, and because you've done it a few months ago. So yeah, it's thank you.
I do think it's probably an annual thing as well.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. I mean, like, there were some people now on this retreat that were on the previous retreat, and it was interesting because some people said that when we were doing the letting go of the old, letting go of the fire ritual, that you know, like, they wished they actually remembered what they were letting go last time, to compare if they are letting go new, or they are kind of like the habits that got regrown in their life.
And I think it was interesting because after the letting go on the retreat, obviously we're going to talk about the happiness course, but I actually took a lot of time doing that exercise because I really wanted to get rid of everything that I felt was holding me back. So I did go for more post-its and write more things. But when we did the happiness course, it was amazing how many things you still hold on to that are not serving you anymore. So I actually did that again, and got rid of a lot more things. Probably need to do it again. I think it's something, I don't think you need to keep hold of them. I think it's something you just need to, at a point in time, reflect on it and think at that point, what's still holding me back, and just do it again.
Yes, yeah. And it's interesting that you say that, you know, you realize during the course, the happiness course, that there are more things. And it's not surprising, because the retreat was just like a snapshot of a few different practices, and it was just 2 days, while the course takes 9 weeks. So it's much deeper process. There is much longer time to reflect on things, to really ask yourself the questions, to let them work in the background of your mind, in your unconscious, so that the material that is ready to be let go, that is ready to be released and freed, comes to surface.